Welcome back to another week of my mounting yard preview. My name is Bella Anderson. I'm Betfair's mounting yard analyst, and we're racing at Flemington this weekend. It's going to be a cracking day of racing on Saturday. And before we get into the preview as well, just want to let you guys know that we will be continuing the mounting yard male tip sheets this Saturday. It's going to be the second week running. Hopefully a few more winners to be found, but we were 2 for 2 with the lays, which is outstanding, and they were all unplaced as well. So great to get the ball off and rolling with the lays from the yard. But the whole aim of this preview is to give you punters at home a little bit of information as to what I'll be looking for in the yard on Saturday. And if you want to look at the yard yourself, it's also going to equip you with some things to look at for key runners, what's normal for them and what's not. Just pulling out the data from my database and sharing it with you. But of course, we're going to have all the live information from the yard on the day on Saturday as well. Race 2 is a benchmark 100 over the 2500 and 20 metres, and the yard in this race is going to be really crucial on Saturday. There's a few horses I wanted to see improvement from that are early favourites in the market, and that's D'Aguilar, Herman Hesse and the Good Fight. They all had improvement to come in their most recent parades and the last time I saw them. So for Saturday, I'm definitely going to be looking to see if they have made those improvements. Whereas Teofilo Star, Rolls and Never Again, they've all been presenting at their best, so pretty sure they're going to be in good order once again. Race 3 is a 1400 metre benchmark 78 for the girls, the fillies and mares, and Party for One, I think she's one of the horses I'm most looking forward to seeing on the card. I've absolutely loved the improvement I've seen from her throughout this preparation. I actually laid her third up. I thought she was really tense, quite light. She didn't have as much muscle as I wanted to see, and she was just really nervy in the way she was going around the mounting yard. I didn't think she looked comfortable at all, but the improvement she's made fourth up and then last start was completely drastic. She was parading like a different horse. She finally settled, she dropped her head, she knew what it was all about. She'd put on a lot of condition, and that just looked like muscle and strength. She was finally tightened up through her midsection. She just improved at lengths basically on the way she looked, so I wasn't surprised at all to see her in the winner's stall last start. And if she's even improved from that run, I think she's going to be a really good winning chance again on Saturday. So love the improvement Party for One's made this prep. TikTok Lady, she's definitely going to be a question mark for me. I laid her fourth up. She was quite warm, and I'd seen her look better in the coat, and I think she underperformed on that occasion as well. So going to look to see her not warm and a little bit brighter on the yard on Saturday. And Dazzling Lucy, she's Pretty Rich and Defiant Diva. They've all looked in winning order their most recent parades. Race 4 is for the 3-year-olds over 1100 metres, and only the one horse to take note of here, and that's Who Dares. I've only seen him once get warm, and he really underperformed on this occasion. Every other time I've seen him, he hasn't gotten warm and relaxed, and that's when he's performed out of his skin. So make sure we're looking for Who Dares and that he's not getting warm on Saturday. Race 5 over the 2000 metres, once again for the 3-year-olds, and once again only one horse of note, Oceans Above. Saw him fourth up, and he was quite toey and worked up, and that's a really unusual parade from him. Every other time I've seen Oceans Above, he's been nice and relaxed as well. So make sure we're seeing Oceans Above nice and relaxed and not toey. Race 7, a benchmark 84 over the 2000 metres, and Flash Feeling, he's a gorgeous looking entire, but typical of an entire, they can sometimes get a little bit above themselves in the mounting yard, particularly when they're feeling well. So don't be deterred at all if you see this horse getting a little bit warm and a little bit toey. He likes to push his weight around the mounting yard, and he performs just fine doing that. So that's Flash Feeling. But to the contrary, Alva Dunn, he's one that I've seen get a little bit warm and a little bit toey and not quite perform up to expectations. So he's one, Alva Dunn, that I'd look to see nice and relaxed and conserving all of his energy. The final event on the card, race 9, is a benchmark 70 over the 1100 metres, and Ranveer is the only one I want to talk about in this field. Saw him parade first up, and I thought he had plenty of fitness improvement to come. He was also getting quite toey. He had 2 handlers on him, and he was feeling really fresh, but he actually ran well above my expectations on that occasion. He came second, and so here he's had 6 weeks between runs, so I'm probably expecting a really similar parade as to what we saw first up. I think he's still going to be holding on to a bit of condition, a bit of weight. He's also going to be probably feeling fresh with the gap between runs, so don't be deterred at all. I think if we see Ranveer in the yard on Saturday with the 2 handlers, a little bit toey and holding good weight on him, I think that's probably how he performs best over the sprinting distance. Well, that's a wrap for this week's mounting yard preview. Hopefully you took down some important notes on what to expect from the mounting yard on Saturday. I'm going to be on track at Flemington doing the mounting yard for Betfair, and make Make sure you're following both myself and Betfair on Twitter so you can receive the tip sheets a few minutes before the jump. Turn the notifications on so you don't miss those because, like I said a few times, it's going to be crucial to see how these horses have either trained on and how they're behaving. So that's it for this week's preview. Can't wait for Saturday at Flemington.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.